Falls. Summer is half over and our construction projects are well underway. Today we're going to give you an update on a few of the biggest impacts to our daily drivers. Stay tuned. All right, for our first update, we're at the intersection of 33rd and Minnesota, which I know it's been a lot of slow-moving traffic for a lot of our citizens, and we certainly appreciate your patience. We welcome back Chad. So Chad, a lot has happened since the last time we were out here. So give us a quick update on where we're at right now.
We finished up all the utility replacements in the intersection on the phase 1 portion. We've done all the paving, and as of last Friday, we've switched over from phase 1 to phase 2. So we're now starting to do the removals in phase 2, and this will be basically the last phase until we're all complete. So we're through the hard part. The utilities on phase 1 were the more extensive replacements with the private utilities and the large structures and lots of different storm pipes. And there'll be still that work on this side, but not nearly as much.
So the actual traffic along 33rd Street on the west side, it'll just be closed off until the end of the project?
Yes, so what we have right now is the traffic control layout that's a mirror of what it was last year, or last phase. So instead of right in, right out on the west side, now we got right in, right out on the east side. And the traffic, instead of driving on the west side of the project, going north and south, it's on the east side of the project going north and south.
So can 33rd Street coming from the east go on to Minnesota Avenue or not?
They can, right in and right off.
Right in, right out. So no, the signal just allows right in.
Signals are still off,
okay.
So it's stop signs.
Okay. So how are the property owners been to deal with? Are they kind of getting frustrated, or are they just happy that it's open on the east side?
Not that we've heard. We've tried to stay in contact with them and make
Good.
sure that they're in the know of when we're changing and asking them if there's anything that they're having problems with, whether it's access or anything like that. And they've been very upfront with us as when there's issues, and we resolve them as soon as we find out about them.
Great, wonderful. So end of October, hopefully we're all of the orange barrels are going to be removed, or are there other little spot improvements that you have to have done?
There might be some site restoration that happens after we allow full traffic on the intersection that might linger on a little bit after that, but basically, yeah, that's what we're looking for full intersection up and working and the signals doing their thing.
Wonderful. So I drove through there over the weekend, and it's a very nice, smooth ride, so we're doing a good job. So lots of progress. Thanks for your update.
Thank you.
Well, our next update is out here at 69th Street and Sycamore Avenue, which is kind of outside of everyone's view, I guess, just because there's not a lot of traffic that used to travel on this gravel road. We welcome back Travis Clark from JSA. Travis, a lot has changed since the last time we were out here.
Yes.
So you were working on a very large storm drainage pipe, and of course there wasn't any pavement. So things been going pretty good this summer?
Yeah, they've gone real smooth. The weather's been cooperating. Had good contractors out here working on this, and it's been actually very smooth and efficient so far.
So it looks like everything is paved out, is that right? Or there's still some things left to do?
Nope, we are all paved out. The only surfacing left to do is the sidewalk and median pavement.
Okay, and there will be median? There's no trees or anything in the median?
Just pink concrete, median through Greystone, and then it will taper down to the rural section through Sycamore Avenue.
So then, I guess, why did we change the sections from the urban section with the curb and gutter down to just a rural section with no curb and gutter?
Yeah, so we had some issues obtaining the right-of-way.
Okay.
Necessary to widen the road out to a full section. So the city decided to go down the rural section route so that we can have pavement for the amount of traffic that's been using this corridor.
Oh yeah, and it'll just certainly be nice, I think, also just for the amount of dust and everything too.
Yes,
so,
yep.
All right, so as we continue to look at our corridor, we actually paved to the east of Sycamore Avenue about a half mile or
quarter mile, yep.
So then how come we chose that location to stop?
So that is the location where in the next couple of years 69th Street will actually curve and go to the east to match into the future Highway 100 Veterans Parkway project. So we didn't want to continue paving further east and just have to tear it out within a year or two.
That's good.
When that project comes. So we're all set up now where they can just match into the end of where we have our asphalt.
That'll be good because I'm sure we'll get a lot of those questions once we open this
Yes,
up to traffic.
yep. Why do we leave that
Yeah.
gravel stretch in there? So.
And
yep.
then I think we can probably say the same thing on Sycamore. Why did we just stop where we did on Sycamore? So that we will do the same thing once Veterans Parkway comes in.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Once Veterans Parkway comes in, we'll get paved from the end of our pavement here and match into the intersection on Veterans Parkway.
Great. Well, certainly this whole area is really going to change.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's talk a little bit about the drainage, because I know that Greystone, as it comes down to 69th Street, isn't paved yet. And I think there was something to do with drainage on Greystone kind of tied into the drainage culvert. We had a really different size drainage culvert along 69th Street, right?
Correct. Yep. So basically they didn't pave out Greystone because they needed to maintain that open channel through there until we got our 7x3 box culvert installed in 69th Street to pick up the drainage from the south side of the corridor.
So that's kind of where like that flat area is that you see from the drone footage.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yep.
So have we heard when that developer is going to pave it?
I haven't heard any
Okay.
specifics yet, but I would assume it'd be fairly quick here after we're done and got this opened up.
A lot of development is starting to
Yes,
see down to 69th.
they're very interested in this
Yeah.
area, so it's gonna move fast, I think. So.
All right, well, very good. Well, when can our drivers expect then to have a fully open street open to traffic?
Yeah, we're about a month ahead of schedule. I think our original completion date was mid-October, so we're looking at mid-September, hopefully opening it up to traffic.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Great news.
Yep.
How have the property owners been to deal with out here? Pretty good?
Oh, they've been real good. Yeah. Yep. A lot of people anxious to use it, so we've had some cars driving through and barricades thrown off to the side and stuff like that. But it's been pretty good lately. So.
But it is still close to traffic.
It is still close to
Okay.
traffic, so with our contractors working in here, it's dangerous if you try and drive through right now. So
Perfect.
just hold off; it'll be coming soon.
Very good. Well, thanks so much for your update.
Yeah, you bet.
Well, our next update is again on Minnesota Avenue, and we're at 57th Street down to Ralph Rogers. And we welcome Tim, who is our project manager from the city of Sioux Falls. Tim, you got a kind of a mess out here.
We do have a mess here, yeah.
So it looks like traffic's narrowed down in one lane in each direction. This project kind of just started, right, in the kind of late summer, I guess?
Yeah, we're about a month and a half underway here.
Okay.
Ultimate plans here to extend the roadway out a little bit here and provide a new driving service for the traveling public here. And we're going to put a stoplight over at Ralph Rogers Road.
Very good. So it'll be a 5-lane section from the intersection all the way down to Ralph
Yes.
Rogers?
Yep.
Okay. And this was an original DOT state highway. So that at that time when they built this, they just didn't put a center turn lane in?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah. We're trying to make some improvements here for not only the businesses adjoining the side of this west side of the project here, but also for the residents and pedestrians.
Okay. So is there a lot of underground utility work also?
Yes, we're going to be putting in the next phase. Will have us putting in new water main. We've upgraded the storm sewer, and there'll be some minor sanitary sewer repairs as
Okay.
well.
So is the phase then the next phase would be, is that going to be more time consuming because of the underground work then? And
Yes,
Okay.
yes. The first initial phase here, which we're working on now, is just the 2 west lanes. The next phase will have the water main going in and the pavement on the side, as well as some driveway reconstruction for these businesses.
okay. So on this phase that they're currently working on right now, so will the traffic signal be up at Ralph Rogers with this phase, or does that come later?
That'll come later.
Okay.
Yep.
And then Ralph Rogers is a bike route, right? So
Yes.
that's why we're adding that traffic signal. Are there any other pedestrian improvements along the corridor?
Yes, on the east side, down from Ralph Rogers to the south, we're going to be extending that section of sidewalk. It'll be an 8-foot wide bike path down to basically St. Andrews.
Okay.
So that'll be a nice improvement.
Wonderful. Yeah, that'll really, because there hasn't been much up here, or haven't heard much from
Yeah.
people anyway. So.
Yeah.
So as we are out here during the interview, you can certainly see a lot of cars, going north and south. How have the businesses been with this congestion?
It's been trying on the businesses here, especially the people coming from the north heading south, trying to make the left turns. We encourage people to use caution, be aware that there's going to be vehicles turning into these businesses. Unfortunately, this is their only access, so hopefully when we're done with the project here with that center turn lane and that stoplight at Ralph Rogers will greatly improve access to all the businesses along the east side.
Oh, great. So better things to come.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, well, thank you so much for your update today. We'll probably be back in a couple of months to check on your progress.
Sounds good.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, our last project update is over here on 49th Street between Oxbow and Louise Avenue. We welcome back to the show Gabe from HDR. Gabe, welcome.
Thank you.
So we were out here a couple of months ago, and the work was kind of progressing a little slowly. It looks like it's still kind of progressing a little slower.
Yes, the underground construction's taken longer than was initially planned.
So, okay, so I think we had mentioned we were going to be paving quite soon, but we're not. Are we close to paving now?
Yeah, we should have paving here in August on the south half.
Okay, so that's good news.
It is.
Is all of the pipe, the storm drainage pipe, in the ground?
Yes, on the south half we have all the undergrounds in.
So we still got a lot of work to do on the north half
The
then.
north half should go quicker because all we have is crossings, no main lines, so that
Okay.
side of the underground should go quicker.
Okay, so we haven't had much rain, but the rain that we have had, did that slow us down?
It can because their water drains so far from the west side, so the storm sewer, every time it rains, they got to be pumping out the water in the box culverts.
Okay, so it has been a little bit of a challenging project then, because we're at the total downstream end.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so kind of been longer than anticipated. I think where our original completion was in August, wasn't
Yes.
it? Okay, so we are a little bit behind schedule. Do you anticipate that we'll have all the lanes open to traffic yet this year?
Yes, we've been having conversations, and TNR has said that they'll be done this year.
Okay, so with the delays, how have the property owners been?
They've been really good, so we really appreciate that. They've been good to get along
Yeah.
with, and they're excited to have it done.
Great. So, and with the side, there is a side path on the south side of the street
Yes.
too, and that also will be done by the end of the year. Do you
Yes,
anticipate?
that's what we're being told.
Okay, cool. And then I think we had an upcoming closure of 49th Street in Oxbow. Has that work been closed, and is Oxbow back open?
Oxbow is back open. It'll be closed again once we do the paving, but it's been open since we got the pipe in the ground through
Okay.
there. So.
How long of a closure should we anticipate that?
A week or so.
Okay. So you guys still got quite a bit of work to do then, but there is light at
Yes.
the end of the tunnel.
Yes.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your update, and maybe we'll check back in with you October, November.
Sounds good.
Great. Thank you. Well, that's it for today's show. As you can see, we have a lot of projects that maybe are ready for opening and a few that are kind of straggling behind, but we certainly appreciate your patience as you drive through each construction zone. To stay tuned with the latest openings, go to our website at siouxfalls.org/streetconstruction for the latest updates. Until then, we'll see you on the streets.